Howdy and welcome to the 10 at 10. I'm Tim, this is Corbin. We're MrMaple.com, a family mail order business. We ship directly to your door and we do over 1,000 varieties of Japanese maples. Today, we're going to bring you 10 of the 20 trees getting listed today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on MrMaple.com.
Yeah, man, I'm always excited to bring these 10 at 10s. It's an awesome time. Get to test my plant knowledge a little bit, talk about some really cool trees that are coming to the website today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Now guys, we got an open house coming up. If you don't know about it yet, it's coming up July 10th and 11th from 8 until noon. So it's a Friday and Saturday from 8 till noon. Get here early. The greenhouses are awesome early. It's one of the reasons we're cutting it off midday because they get hot in the afternoon. So get here early, shop the greenhouses. A lot of cool Japanese maples will be available on that day at the open house. Guys, let's get into this 10 at 10. Start off, we got some 2 gallons of Acer pictum Usugumo.
Yeah, Usugumo, a beautiful reticulated variety of Acer pictum. I always love the Acer pictums. I think they have such a beautiful leaf. I love the little tails they get on the tips of the leaves, man. Sometimes you just have these little wiry little parts of the leaf that kind of twist and curl and have some beautiful color on them as well. Yeah, this one's dope.
Yeah, the Batwing maple is pretty awesome. The fact that it just has such a unique leaf to it. I mean, that larger Batwing leaf, as you can see, that's where it gets that name. Batwing is this larger, wide-spreading Acer pictum mono leaf. When you get that white, just reticulation almost in there, I can't really tell if it's a reticulation. It's not like Usugumo, which can be inconsistent. Usugumo is consistently white almost each and every year. Guys, this is an amazing tree. It's durable, it's tough. We've got one in full sun in Western North Carolina over at my parents' home, Maplewood Gardens. It's beautiful. It continues to put on a lot of amazing color, just with that white, just giving you a unique color you don't find many other places in the garden.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this, I like kind of the shape that it develops as it goes on, but the fall color, because it's just really like nice, like ambery, kind of orangey yellow colors that kind of flush this leaf. Just giving you a beautiful tree that's going to contrast with a lot, and it's already been putting in a lot of work all spring and summertime, but then to kind of give you this beautiful orangey amber color in the fall time is just really nice.
Guys, next up we've got Peaches and Cream, a selection from down under from Australia from AJT's. We've got them today in 3 gallons and 1 gallons hitting the 10 at 10. Peaches and Cream is a classic selection with good reticulation. Starts off with a peach color, then it gets to some nice creams in there with green veins. Guys, this thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I just really enjoy this tree. I think seeing the one at Maplewood Gardens is just like really beautiful. It's kind of right next to the pathway. It's kind of been trimmed and kind of stretched out. And it just gives you this like wall effect right there. So it's just like you get in there, it's like a really nice tight dense forming that's happening there because like years of pruning, and it just gives you this like beautiful kind of changing wall of maple, which I know that's a lot to kind of a big pill to swallow right there. But I just love how this one has those peaches really start to pull out, and then it moves to those whites and green colors. Really cool tree, honestly.
Yeah, in deep shade, that peach will stay for a little bit longer time throughout the season. In sunlight, the peach will turn to a more intense color peach. So morning sun, afternoon shade, probably the best ideal conditions to get the best color on this. Peaches and Cream, really beautiful. Goes to a almost pure yellow in the fall, which is really nice out there too. Guys, this is the original Peaches and Cream. There has been some others that have got mixed up in the trade with this currently, but this is the original Peaches and Cream getting listed today on today's 10 at 10.
Yeah, man, this is a sweet member of the Reticulation Nation going on right here, man. I really love this one. I know this is one of Brian Rule's favorite reticulated varieties, and I can see why.
Guys, next up we've got Acer Rubrum Vanity. This thing is amazing. It's an Acer rubrum with lots of pink and white variegation on it. Really beautiful selection of our native red maple. Much slower and denser because of this amazing variegation that it has.
Yeah, I love the red maple in general, just because it's a nice species around here. You see a lot. Whenever that springtime comes, you get those little red blooms, and then also like the red leaves as well. Super cool that this is a variegated variety. I just love seeing it on like kind of the esque sunset kind of vibe that it has going on, with a nice kind of like I mean, it reminds me of a lot of stuff, obviously, like maybe like a little bit of Formosanum type leaves from some of the Bagerianums and that sort of thing with a nice little leaf. But I remember the first time seeing this tree in a large specimen. We were walking around at Seabright Gardens up there in Oregon with Talon Buckholz, and they just had a really nice specimen. And then we had them in the nursery at some point, and I just kind of got cold feet. And then we just haven't had them for a minute. So to have them back now and have a pretty nice large set with some stuff that's got some pretty nice sizes, pretty awesome.
Yeah, give us some protection from the hot afternoon sun. Avoid heavy amounts of nitrogen, which can cause some solid green spatches on this. Some nice size 1.5 gallons. Typically, this tree will get 6 to 8 foot in 10 years, and it just gives you some constant variegation, which makes this a spectacular red maple to add to the smaller ornamental garden. Guys, next up, we've got Acer Japonicum Oisami. This thing is beautiful. It's got a rounded shaped leaf, but more divided foliage. It's not as deeply divided as your Meiku Jaku, but that gives this tree a unique texture out there in the landscape that is simply amazing.
Yeah, I just love Japonicums, man. They're just so beautiful. I love that leaf shape as well. This weekend, I was walking around back in Cherokee. I have my Meiku Jaku, and something I admire about the Japonicums in general is that kind of rigid structure. They're not as kind of tight and dense as a lot of the other Acer Palmatums and that sort of thing. They kind of spread out. The bud terminals are a little bit more spread out, and that kind of helps to give you a more rigid kind of looking tree. The shape is just so nice on them, but the fall color, I mean, that's what we talk about all the time with the Japonicums. Fall color is outstanding.
I think you're right. The open structure on Acer Japonicums accentuates the structure of the tree, but also the leaf size. If this tree was really dense, you really wouldn't get to accentuate and see that leaf size so much as when you have a little bit of spacing in there, which really makes you be able to see how amazing and big these leaves are. When this tree hits fall color, it's going to steal the show in the fall. Really some nice shades of yellows, oranges, and reds. Guys, grab your Oisami today, some nice size 1 gallons. Guys, next up we've got some XL sizes of Olsen's Frosted Strawberry, part of our tasty 10 at 10 with peaches and cream. This thing is beautiful. It gives you some nice frosted sort of just strawberry pinks across this with lime green. Gives you that sort of frosted appearance. Some XL 1 gallons. I do believe we've got some regular size 1 gallons of these as well for today's 10 at 10. But some great sizes with these XLs.
Yeah, I mean, to have this next to your peaches and cream is going to be pretty nice, because you're going to get kind of like, these will kind of lead into each other a little bit. I think they have like this nice kind of overlap somewhere in the middle of what both of them do. And this one having those really nice pink colors going on during the springtime, where this one just looks just super crazy looking, is going to look nice with that kind of white and other kind of peachy colors playing together. Another member of the Reticulation Nation, man. This one's super cool.
Now, you may have heard me say XL. You may wonder what that means. Our 1 gallon boxes are about 33 inches in height. That's about right here. These guys are a little too rigid to ship in that, because they're a little bit taller and have some thick trunks. That means that these typically ship in our 48-inch boxes. Don't worry, you can actually put multiple trees in a 48-inch box. So you can actually save on shipping by adding more trees to your box and take advantage of some of these amazing XL sizes when we offer some XL 1 gallons.
Yeah, I love XLs. Something I recommend is, get them planted, get them put in a container right off the bat, kind of make that transition as easy as possible for these trees, because they're getting regular water here, so they're used to kind of getting rehydrated all the time. So that's something that can be a little helpful in that kind of planting process.
Guys, next up we've got Acer Palmatum Winter Orange. Hey Corbin, what color do you think that bark is in the winter?
Dude, I'm going to have a big guess right here. I'm going to say it's probably orange, man, in the wintertime.
Winter orange gives you fantastic bright orange bark in the winter. The bark will intensify during the winter months, and as cold approaches, sunlight is needed though to intensify to the brightest pink orange, like the brightest orange you can get. This isn't a coral like you get out of, this is more true orange. It's not like a coral like your typical coral bark. It's not a, yellow to orange. This will truly be orange on the bark. Plant something behind this to let these coral bark show off, but these things add some amazing winter interest.
Yeah, I think something that's so cool for me is before I started collecting Japanese maples or really kind of got into, you know, this hobby, something that always pulled my attention when I was walking through the garden was like these different colored barks and that sort of thing, especially like, you know, walking through the wintertime on like college campuses and stuff. You'd see a Japanese maple with some red bark, and I wouldn't know that it was a Japanese maple at that point, but it kind of pulled my attention, which I think is really cool, honestly. It's like even for the layman, you know, it has some interest because it's not every day you like walk around and see something with a crazy colored bark going on. And I just love how the coral barks look during the springtime when they start to first kind of flush. You get these beautiful kind of lime green leaves, move into those kind of nice lush green leaves over top of a beautiful bark from that wintertime. So
I think if you take these out there and you use them like your traditional coral barks or pair them with coral barks, think green barks like Aoyagi or yellow barks like Bihu, you're going to have contrasting winter interests. They're going to get people really excited in the winter months because you've got colors out there on the bark, even when the tree doesn't have any leaves on it. Guys, winter orange also gives some amazing yellow fall color out there, like many of the coral barks. This is an excellent tree to have out there. It's vigorous, it's beautiful, and it adds that additional winter interest.
All right, guys, coming up next, we got an awesome Acer Palmatum, Yama Momiji.
Yama Momiji means mountain maple. This was an amazing tree that was wild collected by Yataka Tanaka out in the wild of Japan. It is a Matsumuri. That's basically what this means is Yama Momiji. It's a green leaf with divided leaves. Not as divided as a lace leaf, but this will grow upwards, typically about 8 to 10 feet in height and width in 10 years. This is a beautiful Matsumuri that gives you a taste of what is growing in the wild in Japan. I love when you can have something that brings you that essence of truly Japan out in nature and add that to your garden.
Yeah, I love like the cultivars that have been wild collected from out and about. It's just really cool. I think that's like something that's almost more special. Like, you know, it's one thing whenever somebody, you know, selectively breeds Japanese maples to get something crazy, but then to just find this like thing out in nature, bring it back to the garden. That's so cool. I mean, it's like, you know, Kigon, Hong Long, you know, Yama Momiji, all those are ones that have had that happen to them where they're just kind of these specimens out in the wild. I just love this really distinguishable leaf that this one has. Those fall colors giving you some nice like yellow orangey colors going on, and it just has a really nice contrast out there in the garden with some of the other leaf shapes of maples.
So get you a tree that was wild collected in Japan, bring that natural vibe of Japan to your garden. It's kind of cool that you can get a tree that's been grafted literally from a tree that was wild collected by Yataka Tanaka of Tsukasa Maple and put that tree in your garden. I think that's just an awesome thing to be able to offer. Guys, next up we've got some 1.5 gallons of Mama Fu. These have been grafted anywhere from 10 to 20 inches up, it appears. This is an amazing pink spring Japanese maple. When it first leaves out almost completely pink, and then you get this butterfly Beni Shishihinga type look that is just crazy.
Yeah, I was just looking at this in the greenhouse, walking around looking for some other varieties of, you know, variegated maples. Saw some Marino Nishiki types in there, saw some other Beni Shishihingas, and then I saw Mama Fu in there. And it's just like seeing that kind of step and seeing how like all of them are so much different. I know whenever you first start looking at stuff, it's like, well, that's just like white and pink and green. But then it's like, no, look at the leaf shape, look at the form of the tree. It's a lot different. And Mama Fu is one that it just always keeps me coming back just because I think of that like leaf diversity. It's just like a little bit crazier. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, it just does like the funky stuff that you see like Manny no Sato and that sort of thing where it's like, the variegation, it changes the leaf shape. It's not always as consistent in some areas, and it just gives you some really cool looking leaves.
Yeah, irregular shaped foliage. Variegation is very consistent, but consistently in different spots.
Exactly.
So it is really beautiful and different. The selection by Del Laux from Laux Nursery is an introduction about the same time Lulian's Jewel was getting introduced, and Cotton Candy, and some just game changers in the trade that just add a lot of flair. This one does it in a great way. It's pretty vigorous. It's an improved version to me of Marlowe, improved version of the tree that everybody's after, Taylor. This gives you those same colors, but is more consistent and survives. And I think that's really important for people to have a tree that can survive and do well in the garden, not just look great for 1 year after you get it. I think this thing's going to be a beautiful Japanese maple. It's going to consistently give you a lot of pinks, and then just throw on some amazing variegation you're going to love.
Yeah, guys, these are going to go quick because all the time at open house, people are asking for this one. We got some really nice sizes of them too.
Some XL 1.5s.
All right, guys. Next up, we got an awesome European field maple. We got Acer campestre Postelense, guys.
Yeah, Postelense. Everybody loves Acer campestre Carnival. This is like Carnival, but is yellow. Gives sunlight to really pick up those yellow colors. This one, really nice 2 gallons of these, and that yellow color is simply amazing. European field maples are known for being drought resistant, heat tolerant. Give them some sunlight to really peak up that yellow color, but also make sure you give Acer campestres plenty of drainage. That's one of the biggest problems, is putting these in heavy shade with not enough drainage.
Yeah, I just love the field maples. I think that they have a really nice shape overall. They kind of give you like this nice dense kind of ball shape that slowly kind of builds and builds. I like seeing them kind of staked up like they are here too, just because, you know, sometimes that Carnival can stay low, but the coolest one I ever saw was at Buckholtz. He's probably got it on like maybe a 4 to 5 foot tall, like high graft of this tree, and it starts really high, and then it just kind of gives you this like almost like a kid drew a tree, but then it's like got white and green and some beautiful colors in it. And you know what pairs with like those pinks, white, and greens? A beautiful yellow as well.
Guys, these are grafted between 12 and 20 inches again as well. This is one of those yellows to add out there in the landscape, give you something unique, something special. And we've got, like I said, we got some great size 2 gallons here today. Lastly on today's tin, we got some 3 gallons of Acer Palmatum Fireglow. Fireglow is a classic selection by Ghirardelli Nursery that has some bright red foliage in the spring. And with sunlight, we'll get orange to the back side of the leaf. So when you give it morning sun or afternoon sun, and you're sitting underneath it, you're looking up, it has this glowing effect with that orange backside of the leaf. It is simply amazing, and is one of the most premium red uprights you can get.
Yeah, I know. It's like sometimes you have to get a little crazy whenever you're planting your Japanese maple garden. You know, like you have to sit out there and track how the sun moves, man, sometimes, so you can just get that beautiful, you know, perfect little shot through the trees to illuminate this thing. Because, man, this thing, it looks so awesome. I know we've seen some in Criticos's garden. Dr. Criticos, which is a friend of Matt and Tim's. He has a beautiful maple garden in the back. I've seen this at Maple Walk in Charlotte from Tom Nunnenkamp and Liv Jones's beautiful garden back there. I've seen this in Texas as well. It's just a super awesome tree to have out there in the landscape. It works for so many people. And yeah, the glowing effect is just awesome.
Now, this is only 10 of the 20 trees we're getting listing today. There's another secret 10, so looking at your email, of other 10 trees that are being listed at 10 a.m. for a total of 20 trees today at 10. So get 10 Eastern Standard Time. Get ready to shop really quickly. Remember, if you come to our open house, you're running behind the gun a little bit. If you've got orders, go ahead and let our office staff know if you're coming to pick up orders at the open house. That way we can start preparing and getting all those things ahead of time. I try to rush y'all as much as I can because it makes it so much easier and makes the open house flow so much smoother. If you let our office staff know early that you're coming, we can get all your orders pulled up, tagged, and ready for you when you're here. Well before you're here, so when you walk up, you can just pick up your orders rather than us have to go grab them and sort of delay some other people at the open house. So we appreciate y'all working with us with that and letting us know ASAP if you're coming to the open house. We look forward to having you. And get ready at 10 a.m. because we got some amazing, awesome plants getting listed today.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.